excellent day for an exorcism.
Welcome to just another horror podcast.
I'm Ben, following every Russian. Epic coming!
I'm John. I worked at Burger King and I got some problems with his bullshit.
I'm Cobra. It's funny that you both like really shitty movies.
Hello, welcome to just another horror podcast. I'm John.
I'm Ben.
I'm Cobra.
And I'm the idiot responsible for this one.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
No, I don't know how to feel about it. This is Martin from, hang on.
1976.
Okay, thank you.
I had 77.
I knew it.
It's probably one of those weird Romero releases that...
December 31st.
I think IMDb has it 1976, so...
I picked, we were all supposed to pick movies, and this was my idea, and I did it, I came up with it weeks before we did it, and the day that we were supposed to show what movies we had, I only had 4. So I opened up my 500 horror movies book, and just turned to a page, and Martin was there, and I'm like, that's it, that's the one. So, that's my reasoning behind this.
How do you feel about Romero?
After watching this, I feel worse about him.
I obviously he's a local legend around here.
Maybe zombie movies are just easy.
His first 3, possibly 4 zombie movies were really good. I don't think I've seen anything after that. But his other movies, I like The Crazies, the original.
Did he do Monkey Shines?
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah.
It's not great.
But he did a lot of really bad movies. Probably post.
Did he do one of the creep shows, or?
Did he direct that?
I think part of it, yeah. Him, Savini, and who was the third one?
Like Stephen King.
Stephen King was part of it.
Well,
yeah.
he wrote it. I don't think he did.
He's part of the whole little collaboration.
Did
But
John Landis do anything? Toby Hooper? No.
No, that was John Landis.
If Toby Hooper was there, he'd have to bring Stephen King with him to help him do it.
John Landis.
Steven Spielberg.
John Landis did the Twilight Zone.
And
killed people.
yeah,
Just
people
throwing
died.
things out.
Yeah.
And then he made
What?
jokes about it.
People really died.
Yeah, on the set, like it was dangerous, like what they were doing, and
He
people
joked about
died,
it.
and then
Yeah. Later on, he was like,
he won't.
pretty funny, all those people died.
And now,
on the set,
now we won't talk about it on like when
Wow.
he's being interviewed.
That's crazy.
But okay, so everyone's kind of it's up and down on the Romero.
Yeah, I think I read somewhere that he's most proud of this movie. That he thinks this is his best movie.
I can see that.
How?
He was suppressing laughter.
Do you like this?
I'm like John. I'm like kind of mixed on it.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite.
I'm here to sway you in the bad direction.
Right. This movie was like a roller coaster. There were parts of it where I was just like, oh my god, and then there were parts that were really interesting and good. I thought.
I know.
I'd love to hear the really interesting and good parts.
Not interesting, just kept my attention more.
Was when he was just randomly walking around town.
You said that it looked like this was hurried, right?
Yes.
And it actually took him the most time to do this because when he was doing Dawn of the Dead, they only had them all open for short periods of time per day, so they had to like hurry the shots in and stuff. But it looks more focused.
This looks out of sequence, and
It's like
just
an art house movie.
This movie?
Yeah.
It doesn't
Oh, yeah,
flow
with the
very well
the
together.
flashbacks.
Mm-hmm.
And they're in black and white, and
I thought the home invasion scene was actually really good.
That's
like,
the best part of this
yeah.
movie.
I thought it was too long.
Nah, I thought it was good. Like it was
And
tense.
like, there's doors that like touch each other. Again, it's
The
got
set
like
is
screen
really
doors.
strange.
It's like this house doesn't make sense.
I couldn't. I didn't understand where she was trying to hide.
Yeah, where was she going? There was.
Was it a? Was there
don't
another
know.
like another room?
It looked like
room
on the
or
other
something?
side. Ew, are you promoting that Jodie Foster movie?
No, I'm saying that's bad. Panic Room is bad.
Did you see it?
I did.
Who directed
I have no idea.
Fincher?
Somebody.
Nolan? Fincher?
Neither one of those two, I don't think.
Oh, come on.
It couldn't have been Nolan because that's not in his filmography.
So Martin opens up on a train.
Yeah.
A train.
It's coming from Indianapolis, but
Yeah.
I didn't find that out till the guy picking him up at the train
There's
station.
a woman on a train, and Martin's kind of.
Yeah, well, okay, I'll eat her.
He's gonna
Pretty
eat
much.
her.
Yeah, he's gonna drink her blood.
He's got a rape kit with him.
Of course. This is our hero,
I tried
everybody.
to type in
This
Panic.
is our
He's-
lead character.
Is he a hero?
I tried
What
to
the fuck
ty-
is he?
I tried to type in
Is
Panic
he?
Room, and I typed in Panic Martin.
I'm just gonna wait for it. I want to wait for him to.
David Fincher. Boom.
Really?
Yup.
Ouch, man.
I knew it was one of them.
Maybe it was
We're
terrible.
leaning more towards
Starving
Fincher.
for work.
What do you do? 7? Or
Alien
Usual
3,
Suspects?
7.
Zodiac.
Who did fucking Usual Suspects? David
David Singer,
Singer.
who's got problems of his own right now.
Does he really?
Yeah, I think he's got Kevin Spacey problems.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I know
That movie's
I think
not
I
my
texted
favorite
you when I
anymore.
heard
That
that, and I was
whole
just like,
movie is
God
just
damn
come
it!
apart,
Like,
man.
yeah, that whole movie.
I'm
Is
gonna have to switch my favorite movie of all time.
Okay, so on this train, he follows her, or he goes into her room while she's getting a shower. I
you
think.
almost said bath.
Bath? No, not on a train. But he's attacking her, and it's funny because she's like,
She's like half-
rapist scumbag.
Don't forget we already had one flashback of black and white.
Oh yeah, already. We're gonna drink
Social.
this every time.
Yep,
That's not something to celebrate.
Coffee, but
Fine.
we have socials.
I thought it was very strange that she was just half fighting.
Yeah, you freak rapist asshole.
Yep. But
He's like, I don't want to hurt you. Stop
he
it.
sticks a needle in her to make her go to sleep, but it takes a really long time. which is-
Okay. Does he have sex with this woman? Or
I
does he
don't-
just drink her blood?
Well, he says later on that he
And
never
then-
had sex with a conscious woman, or one that was awake, I guess.
naked spooning? That's what I thought, but yeah, he's
Later,
he's
they're almost
sleeping
40.
with these dead victims, right?
I think
They're
so.
not. She's not dead though, is she?
Not
Yeah,
yet.
and he cut her wrist.
When she's sleeping, he cuts her wrist, and I'm pretty sure she probably bleeds to death.
Yeah.
We
There's a lot of
do
blood in
get
that
boobs, and I did see this at work.
There you go.
You text me. You text me.
That was weird.
Something about
Work boobs.
yeah, work boobs. You call them.
That happened to me when I was watching The Bed That Eats. Death Bed, yep. So then the train shows up in, I guess we're in Pittsburgh, or Bradford. Braddock, right?
Was it Braddock?
Yeah.
And Colonel Sanders shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get? I'd never. This is my first time watching this movie, so I didn't know who he was, and I got a this was his handler vibe. Like, you know how vampires have to have somebody watch
No,
over
I
them?
did not get that vibe.
Well, he's just like, oh, we need to go down to whatever train station and follow me, and then
So
Yeah, but
This is why I think, I was talking to you like for weeks about this movie. This is why I think he might be an actual vampire.
Oh, he is.
Martin
Yeah.
or the
Because I was
or
questioning
grandpa
it
or
too.
the cousin. What
It's
is he?
his
The
cousin.
uncle? No,
His cousin is so much older than him.
Yeah, it's
So that to
ridiculously-
me tells me he's a vampire because he doesn't
Who?
age. Martin.
Martin.
Yeah, his cousin is that much older than him.
No Sparatu.
He just keeps yelling at him.
Wow, he just.
But this is
But we do get like his the older cousin. I'm gonna keep calling it his grandpa because he looked like his
Fine.
fucking grandpa. The older cousin knows that Martin's a vampire, and you feel like maybe Martin's dad, someone else in the family was a vampire because like during the
It
flashes.
says something about there being a curse on the family.
Yeah, and
there's at least one other family member that was a vampire.
that was a vampire. That's what I got from the not grandpa.
I think he
Are
says
we
it somewhere.
supposed to think that it's just mental illness?
That's what Romero always has some sort of social commentary with his
Yeah, but
movies. It's
what
like I
is
can't
it
figure
this
this
time?
one out. Like,
And when he
he
doesn't
believes-
get blood, he starts shaking like an addict of.
like, well, yeah. I mean, the heroin epidemic was probably now it's more so, but it was peaking in the mid '70s probably.
Was it?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
It was
I have
inner
no
city
idea.
mainly.
I wasn't sure if he was trying to commentate on drugs or beliefs
It's gotta
or
be drugs, like, we
superstition.
really
or...
And that's my
him.
first problem.
We really see him load up those.
What's
needles.
going on?
Mhm.
What is he trying to convey to us through this story?
I don't think he's very focused at all in this movie. Like, I don't think
It's like I really think he's like after
he's
his
trying to cover
vampire or his zombie movie.
Mhm.
He's like, I'm gonna take a shot at a vampire movie, and then it fucked up and it was terrible, and then he went right back to a fucking zombie movie that's considered one of the best zombie movies, one of the best horror movies of all time with Dawn of the Dead.
I don't know if that's how it went, but
That's what it looks like to me.
So, your belly.
No, that
What
came
the
from
hell was
outside,
that?
and someone just got murdered. That was a yelp from a human, I think.
Is that a cat?
no, that was definitely a person. Where the hell did that come from? I don't think it was in the house, was it?
I hope not, or you're in trouble.
I know.
I got hot coffee I can throw in their face. No,
I
it's
can
just.
smack him with a beer can.
Oh, are we still talking about the Scream? Whatever that was.
I don't know.
Right.
Sounded pretty far away. Because
Yeah.
I thought it was your...
If they died a couple blocks down.
We won't be concerned unless it gets real close.
Was there a scene where... Was it Martin who goes into the bathroom? Because I would have held it like some dude's taking a dump.
I have no idea.
I think it was one of those like classic Pittsburgh bathrooms, public bathrooms you walk into, and like the toilet's right there, and then the pisser's right there.
Someone's pooping.
Someone's pooping, and you're like, fuck.
Oh, that's right.
Wasn't there a scene? I
Yeah.
have it in my notes here.
With the door
I
open.
was just like, I would have held that.
Ugh. That's so... Remember when you were little and you had to go to a sporting event and there was a trough?
Trough.
It was always
terrible
Three River
because you're
Stadium.
down at dick level.
Yeah, you're so little you have to stand on your tippy toes to get your wiener over it. And there's nothing but 60-year-old men all around you.
They put that into the new Steelers Stadium in 2001.
That's because they're
That's all I did?
That's because they're
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
animals, anyways. It's
Oh my
Steeler
God.
fans.
Exactly. If they can't shit in there, they'll go outside and shit on your car. So,
Fucking Steeler fans.
They're worse than Philly fans.
it's close.
It's close. Pittsburgh fans, they pride themselves on being like, oh, we're the best fans, and it's like,
We'll see how much they like it when they go 6-10 next year. They're like, well, at least we don't have people on our team that are selfish.
They're not going to go 6-10 this year.
They have. What do they have?
The same shit they had last year where they went 10-6.
They went 10-6 last year.
Or 9-5-1.
That was it.
They had that tie. Yeah, which normally would make it playoffs, but it missed this year because of that tie, because there was a bunch of good teams. I don't think they're going to be any worse off without them. If they can draft defense, I think Juju can be a one receiver, and
But
I
they
think
don't have anybody else to throw to. They don't have a running back out of the backfield that they can do this with James Conner maybe a little bit.
a little bit
But
enough to get by. I think,
last year with Antonio Brown they went 9-6.
I don't know if they can win the Super Bowl, but I think they can
No.
definitely get to the playoffs.
Maybe.
Ben,
I don't watch football.
it doesn't matter. You can say something.
I don't like dickheads on teams, so I could care less who left. If you can't count on a
Fair.
person to show up and play a game, then what the fuck?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of selfish people out there.
Yeah, that's
in the NFL.
Like, so why would you want
I
that person
won't
on your
pay.
team?
They all get they're all selfish, but if they're on teams that win the Super Bowl, no one notices how selfish they are.
No, it doesn't matter at that point.
He signed a contract, and you don't see it in hockey as much, where someone signs a contract and then all of a sudden, like their next 2 years, they're the star, the best player in the league, but there's still 4 or 5 years left on a contract that they shouldn't have signed, and he didn't want that contract. He wasn't going to play. Didn't matter if they said we're going to keep you. Like
You
he didn't
talking
want
about Bell?
no
Brown.
He didn't want that contract anymore. So
Yes.
Bell
We're
got
20
fucked.
minutes in, and we're 10 minutes
know.
on the train. Let's start dinging this movie.
is this the same?
No
town?
real concept yet. We're not sure. 3 different concepts.
You said it was filmed in Braddock.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where the Deer Hunter was filmed?
I don't know.
The town shots. It's supposed to be like Western PA steel town. The old town.
I don't know anything about the Deer Hunter. I do know about the Deer Slayer, though.
You want me to do this whole podcast in my Pittsburgh accent?
Yeah, go ahead. That's fine.
Pittsburghese.
Can you just play Donnie Iris now?
Yeah, sure.
We were standing on the corner one night, me and Agnes. She had these tight jeans on, these high shoes. Bad.
Aaliyah.
What's his other one that's real good?
Nobody knows.
Agnes and Love Is Like a Rock.
Love Is Like a Rock is the one I like.
Donnie Irish and the Rockers. Donnie Irish rocked this guy to death.
Donnie Iris is fine with me. He used to be on the jukebox at the Slippery Rock Bowling Alley. He was so good. They had Donnie Iris greatest hits on there.
The legend.
So now, Kuda, the cousin, is running around the house.
You got his name?
Yeah.
What was it, Kuda?
Yep.
Nosferatu.
He
He's
jumps
trying to-
over the side of his bed. He's holding up a cross.
Well, he's trying to do the traditional vampire stuff. He's trying to give him commands.
put garlic on the wall.
Yeah,
and
like
shit.
you can't come into my room unless you're invited.
Don't
Can't-
talk to your cousin. She'll talk to you. I told her not to, but she'll do it anyway.
That's right.
Well, her only other option.
And let's talk about
Family
her.
or Savini?
Oh man.
That's your only other option.
Is he related to the is he a brother? What is he?
No, he's her boyfriend
Yeah.
that she's using to leave town with.
Oh, that's her
Yeah,
boyfriend.
Savini's the boyfriend.
I had
when
no
she was
idea
yelling,
he was the boyfriend. I thought he was part of the family.
when she was yelling on the phone that one time, she was yelling at Savini like,
Oh,
she was like, I don't care. If you
I
don't
knew
show
she had a
up."
boyfriend. I didn't think that he ever showed up.
Nope,
No,
Savini.
that's him.
He was svelte in this movie, though, wasn't he? Young?
Oh
Wow.
yeah,
That was
no
fuck-
facial hair at all.
None. He was
Yeah.
like. It took me a second to realize it was him.
Savini ever sell? I mean,
Yeah,
not
he's
looking.
all right.
All right.
I mean, back in the 70s. Oh, Donald Sutherland or Tom Savini. I mean,
It's true.
take your pick.
He tells him not to kill anyone in the city either.
Yeah, and that's where I could see where you could think that he's maybe like the caretaker, where he's kind of telling him the rules.
That's what I was.
But then he's like, "You're gonna come work at my shop." So here we are.
Yeah,
we have
then
this
I have-
vampire, and he's like, "I'm gonna kill you later, but I need you to work at my shop."
Martin's like 82 years old or something.
Yeah.
92.
That's what he tells Christine.
Yeah, he was born in 1890.
He's 84 years old. 1892. Right here.
This is where it's revealed he's
9.
because I have
9 vampires. 3 are still alive.
Oh, this is when
That was
Kuda's
way
going
long.
on
I'm
a
sorry.
rant.
That was
Yeah.
a little bit further down, but
There's like a flashback, and Kuda's explaining how the family's cursed and everything. Yeah.
in the butcher shop. We had a really weird conversation with an old lady that's telling
It's like a whole group of old
the
ladies.
older
It's like
cousin that Martin should not be allowed to stay because he has a young daughter. What goes on in this town that you're
they're
scared
related,
of?
right?
Yeah.
It's all religious fucking weird shit.
Yeah.
I saw that gang of old ladies, and I thought they reminded me of like the other gang from what's that movie where they're the musical where they have a bunch of gangs, the Jets and the Sharks.
No,
That's it.
West Side Story.
Yeah, there's the Jets, the Sharks, and then the old women from Braddock. Okay, after the butcher shop, that's when Tom Savini comes over, right?
Mm-hmm.
For dinner.
Yeah, and he's just arguing with the cousin about work in Indianapolis.
Well, like the mills are shutting down in Pittsburgh at this time,
Right.
And he's saying about Indianapolis because Martin came from Indianapolis. He's saying what there's good work out there or something.
Yeah, it's good work everywhere if you look.
What's
for it.
Martin doing?
He's
Why did he-
chopping things with a guillotine.
Yeah, I was like, what are up with these little
He's being
weird toys
weird
he's
and
playing
creepy.
It's the
with?
same shit that Savini put in Friday the 13th 4. They cut that scene, but there's a scene where Corey Feldman takes his hand and puts it in a guillotine and cuts it off, and it's fake.
I mean, he's like, look at my toys.
Yeah, I have like 50 fake guillotines. You put one in every movie.
Well, he should have took the reins and had a little more of his.
He didn't.
Shit
if he
in
did
this
the effects
movie.
in this, they're not good.
He probably did that one next scene
I would assume he did.
because that's
that.
about the only thing.
I would assume the effect the blood is done to the dead blood. It's orange paint. It looks
Mhm.
like. That's where then we see Martin delivering groceries for his cousin.
Mm.
Jeez, he's working at the store for his cousin,
Yeah.
and this is what we see: this vampire
It's out in the
walking
daytime.
around during the daytime, just
He's got sunglasses on.
delivering. It hurts his eyes.
He
We
said
find
his
that out
eyes get a
later.
little hurt. But it's playing with the rules of being a vampire. Like he says later in the movie, no, the rules aren't like that.
I get it, but it's not. At no
What's the
point does
difference?
this movie try to be a satire or funny or anything that it should be playing with the vampire roles.
Oh, it's just a different take on a vampire movie.
It's not a very good take on a vampire movie.
Okay. Well, that's like your fucking opinion. We can agree to disagree.
I know. And I'm gonna give this movie everything it deserves.
Okay,
I'm gonna
wait.
shit on it at every turn because it's just like him. There's 45 minutes of him walking around in the nature doing nothing. He's like twiddling his thumb and walking down the street
I
and
like
doing
seeing
that.
dirty, gritty 70s Pittsburgh.
But
I don't
feel
mind
like
it.
I don't feel like it needs to have this much filler.
Yeah.
In Last House on the Left, it was fine because things were happening while they were out in nature.
So
This
how-
kid is literally just walking around the town like, hey, waving to people. Somebody's picking up their garbage can. He's like,
How long was this movie? Out? Was it 90 minutes?
I think it was a little over, just a little bit.
Okay, so there was filler just to fill.
Yeah, it's not necessary.
Yeah.
This could have been
but the
an hour or
plot
20
wasn't
minutes.
very good though. Hold your attention either.
I love all those little Western PA sayings and stuff that like we would only get. Like she mentions going down to the state store. I was like, how many people are going? What the fuck's the state store?
Is that like the ABC down south?
I don't even know. Yeah, well, yeah.
The liquor
ABC
store.
liquor. Yeah.
So it's a church bell.
Oh, I was like, is there
It
one-
is Sunday. Sunday.
There was an ice cream truck coming by.
Okay, so Christina buys
It's
Martin
old. What's his
a,
name?
From Phantasm. Reggie.
Christina buys Martin a phone that he uses to call the radio station.
Yeah. No. Yeah, such a different time period where you had to get different phone lines coming in.
Mm-hmm. So you could call from your own house to the house.
Yeah, and some of these people would maybe have like an one apartment phone or something, like, or 2 or 3 families would share a phone.
I know it happened. I just luckily never had that problem.
No, you see it in movies though.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, there's he's supposed to be. There's a radio station. I guess it's like AM radio talk show, and it's just.
And he
all
calls
about-
in and talks about what it's like to be a vampire.
Yeah, it's all talking about weird
Yeah.
stuff. paranormal.
So he is a vampire, right?
Hmm.
He thinks he is.
Well, yeah. I think what it comes down to is that, like, the uncle thinks he is, and Martin thinks he is, so he is. That's just it. I mean, for all intents and purposes, he is a vampire. I don't know why it wants to make it vague. I don't understand.
I thought it was funny that Romero created emo before.
Holy
20 years before.
John, plug the most emo song that you can possibly find.
Oh no!
And I swear that you don't have to go. I thought we could wait for the fireworks.
Yeah, we get more talk of the old country magic beliefs.
It's magic, you know. Never believe it's that so.
What is
Giving
he?
her hell.
What is he buying? What did he buy? Obviously,
Celery.
I didn't know because
I don't know what that. Yeah.
Did you? Romero. I cringed a little bit stereotyping.
Who?
Black hoodlums. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, it's only the black
I think
street
Romero
gangs
tries
or...
to put too many things into a box. He makes everything one-dimensional. Like the characters in Dawn of the Dead, there's like, they all have like one dimension to them. And same thing with Night of the Living Dead. They're all supposed to represent different parts of society, so they only have one dimension. So I feel like he just puts everything into a box.
Is he so lazy?
I don't know if he's.
Maybe just put too much
Maybe.
in this movie, and that's why it's kind of off-putting to Cobra.
It is.
You
Everything.
called me a smug asshole over this, I think.
You
But-
did too.
Maybe it is just a case of overthinking. Like, maybe because we're so used to seeing Romero make social commentary that this is pretty simple and we're overlooking it a bit. Because I've never seen anything from him that says this is about anything other than a vampire movie.
Yeah, I think it's just his take on a vampire. Like,
Mhm.
he wanted to... This is also...
I think it's like the worst take on it,
Well-
though, because I can't, besides Near Dark, I can't think of a worse vampire movie.
Fucking hell.
Weaver?
This is also within a few years of King's publishing Salem's Lot, and that's King's a new take on a vampire. Like there aren't castles. It's not gothic horror like that. It was, you plop vampires down in present day, and I think Romero is friends with King at this time.
I think that Salem's Lot's probably better than this, though.
Have you seen the original Salem's Lot?
No,
I like the
would
look of the
it.
vampire, but the movie itself.
There's a
is
couple
really-
creepy shots in it, but man, that movie
when he's
was
coming
rough.
in through the window. Fuck
Yeah, that little
shit.
kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think
Publicity.
I think like maybe Romero got an idea of like, oh, well, I could do like a modern take on a vampire, and then let's play with the rules a bit. I think that had something to do with it. I didn't really find anything either about Romero commenting on this, other than like you said,
It's his favorite.
It's his favorite movie.
Yeah.
He didn't really
I don't know
state
why.
what all the social commentary was, or if there was any.
Yeah, I think people maybe are just looking too much into it because it's as simple as this. It's because Christina thinks that this is mental illness. She doesn't think he's a
Yeah.
vampire. Everyone that knows Martin, which is one person I guess, but him and his cousin both believe he's a vampire, and they know him better than anyone else in the story.
And
The
it's
woman
kinda-
also knows he's a vampire.
Who?
The woman later that he has sex with,
Oh,
where
yeah.
he's naked on spooning. Because
Well,
they're out in the field later, and she's like, take me. And
Yeah,
she
but that
doesn't,
woman's
and
just
that's why
ha-
she
that
kills
woman's-
herself.
That woman's just unhappy.
Holy
Still,
shit.
though,
Like-
she realized that he's a
Yeah.
vampire
She
and
does
wanted to
figure
go.
it out,
And
but-
since he didn't take her, I think that's why she ultimately kills herself in the end of the movie, which led to demise.
Jeez, Martin didn't even kill her, and he's got another death on his hands.
I'm sure he's really worked up about it.
It's not like he didn't kill people, so him getting staked.
So did he follow? He follows another woman home from the grocery store. This is where
I was confused between
he knocks on the door. Well, he just. I think he's
the woman that
intrigued.
gives him a car ride.
He's intrigued by her.
Then
I
there's
think he-
another woman with a man that he pretends to be like a deaf guy. He goes up to
Well, I
somewhere,
think he was just he was trying to establish.
scouting
Yeah,
the
basically.
territory.
He was just trying to.
But that's not the same woman that gave him the car ride, is it?
No, that's
No,
the
no,
one
no.
that has sex with him later, isn't it?
Which one?
The one that gave him a car ride is the one that had sex with him later.
Yes.
Yes.
Her husband leaves town
Yes.
and Martin killed, I think, her husband.
Oh, did he?
That's the guy who gets stabbed in the neck, I think.
No, that's not her husband.
Oh no, this is a whole
The-
other couple.
The couple that he stakes out he finds
That's
out
a different couple.
he finds out that it's a couple he stakes out. He finds out that the husband is leaving for a couple days.
Yeah.
So he shows up that night, and unsuspectingly, she's cheating on her husband.
Yeah, and there's that
The
other
guy.
guy's in the house.
And
That's
That's not the car lady
No.
that gave him a ride
No,
home.
that's the woman
No.
who has sex
She
with
has sex
him.
with him later, right?
Mhm.
Those are two different couples.
Yes.
Okay, because that was confusing because they both had brown hair and kind of
No,
looked.
they're that was two different people, and Martin unexpectedly is like, shit. Now there's two people here, and
Yeah.
that's when we get like.
And
this-
she won't call the police.
because she's
he's
cheating.
there, yeah.
Yeah. But that is the long, dragged out,
I like it.
I don't.
back and forth. I'm
That's what I
upstairs,
was like-
downstairs, I'm calling, the phone line's dead. Where's that phone coming from?
Yeah, that's-
There's one in the library. Go down there. Oh my god.
Hang up the phone. Like
He comes and stabs the guy. He's like, he got me. I don't know
They're
what's
the best
going on.
actors. Jesus.
There's a lot of bad in this movie.
Martin is like a ninja with that goddamn needle, though. He is.
The way he's moving around the house too, I feel like he's done this many, many times.
Yeah.
So
If he is 80,
Probably 84 years
Mhm.
worth.
nimble for an 84-year-old.
Sax time. Oh, we're past that, right?
yeah, I have sexy sex, but
Peep show. Did we miss boobs?
oh, the woman that he the home invasion scene. You see her.
By the way, he opens the garage door using his walkie-talkie.
Yeah, you could back then.
Then there's
Really?
a flashback.
Yeah, if
That's
you.
fucking crazy, man.
Okay, so that garage door opener.
Mm-hmm.
I had to put a new garage door and opener in our house. The one that was there was that old, like, the garage door that they had, and I bought a quote universal remote,
Mhm.
thinking I could still use that garage door opener. That thing was so old. It's all frequencies. The old.
Oh.
It was a big box with one button on it, and
Yes.
but it sent frequencies, so people could do that.
I would
You just
drive
had
through
to-
town. Hitting
You had to
whoever's fucking
find.
door opens.
Yeah, you just have to find the right frequency.
Wow.
Because like the remotes, if you open them up, there's like these boxes, and you set the frequency.
Whoa.
So that's how you secured it. But
Yeah, secured it so that somebody could open it with a fucking walkie-talkie. Good
But yeah,
going,
that
guys.
is possible because it was all frequency.
What's the frequency can at the shopping subtrain?
I love REM. We never plug them. Okay, so
Love's a strong word, isn't it?
I really like
Alright.
REM. So throughout this scene where he's in the house, it also does black and white flashbacks, and I get really fucking tired of this really
Yeah.
fast. What's happening?
Well, I think I'm used to it now. This didn't bother
And
me.
he's
as much
hearing
going
voices while this is going on.
This is scary.
forward. You like how you're getting more exposition throughout rather than being told all at once. Because like we get
I don't
more
like exhibition.
exhibition. You're gonna say exhibition.
What was the word again? Exposition dumps.
Exposition.
That's what it's called, an God damn it! Hi, I'm John. I do a talking podcast. You wouldn't know it from listening to me.
But
Give you
this is
excellent.
where we get more him calling into the radio station. This is after the home invasion scene. He calls back into the radio station, but this is where he starts talking about the vampire lore and like how you got it all wrong. Like I can go out in the sun, just hurts my eyes a little bit.
Yeah.
Um,
It's not all glamour. I don't have mind control over women.
yeah,
It's not sexy time.
he's just got sexy Martin hair, that flow.
That hair is ugly. You know who he looked like a little bit?
Hmm.
A guy from Reanimator. Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little, like, dirtier version of him.
We get to see a movie with him next week.
It's been playing on Comet.
Which one? Reanimator? Oh,
From
Beyond.
Beyond.
That's a while from now, though. Okay, so we bring in Father Howard, who is George
Played-
Romero,
Played by George Romero.
and
He's giving a sermon, huh?
like everything. Well, yeah. but-
He's holding back laughter throughout this scene, and I can't tell if he finds what they're talking about is like ridiculous or he's just
a bad actor.
a bad actor and is just laughing.
And he's not there to tell himself, "Hey, knock it off."
And back then, who knows how much?
Are we past the home invasion scene?
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
You guys didn't really talk about
Oh.
how long, how he
The
kept
guy-
running. He stabbed the
He drags the boyfriend outside and stabs him in the neck, and it looks really terrible.
Yeah.
So,
Is
then I
that
guess
Lewis
he-
was his name?
I don't think he kills the woman. He just goes back inside.
No, he lets her go, right?
Yeah, he lets
But
her
she
go.
knows who he is, or she could at least pick him out of a lineup.
Yeah.
Red paint. That's what you're talking about,
Yeah.
the Dawn of the
Oh,
Dead
yeah.
Blood. Puts a stick in the neck, red paint.
So now they go to church after this, and this is where Buddha starts talking to Father Howard about what to do about like demons and shit like that. And Father Howard was like, I'm not doing anything. Here's another guy that you can go to instead.
Yeah, they bring up The Exorcist.
I think so.
I mean, The Exorcist was
Father
just a few
Howard.
years old.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, he name dropped The Exorcist.
yeah.
Father Zolman. Zoliman.
Yeah, he
Zoli
comes over and
Manes.
tries to do an exorcism on Martin. But that goes back to another flashback where they're doing an
There
exorcism
were like
on him.
4 flashbacks
Ugh.
there. At one point, I think we passed the point too where the woman that gave him a car ride. He talks to her, or he's
Oh,
talking to the
yes.
radio host where he says that he's too shy for the sexy stuff to
Mhm.
do it when they're awake, so he's got to knock people out or something.
Yeah, well, he was back at the woman who gave him a ride
There were
back.
some boobs.
We see he was doing some like housework for her, painting something, and she's starting to hit
She's
on him.
hitting on him, and
Yeah,
he's like, get the
just
fuck
like-
away from me.
He's like, so we know that they're gonna meet again at some point.
Mm-hmm. Is this when we go to the playground and
What's up with him?
Martin starts pretending to actually be a vampire?
He's got fake teeth in
And a
and a
cape.
cape.
Who is chasing him?
The
Then?
cousin, old man,
Yeah, that's
grandpa cousin.
And he's just mocking the shit out of him.
He's like, "Ah!" Just kidding. Then he hits Martin with the cane for dicking around with him.
It's really creepy too, because he's just like, it's just a costume, and then he like disappears into the fog. It's
Now we
fucking
have-
crazy.
Martin near the train tracks,
Mhm.
just moping around.
What are you gonna do in Braddock?
That's what I'm talking about. The action was subpar.
I wonder if John Fetterman made an appearance in this movie.
John Fetterman?
He's the lieutenant governor of Pennsylvania right now.
Larry Fessendorf.
He was the mayor of Braddock. The bald guy wears black t-shirt or black button-up shirts all the time.
I have no idea who this is.
Really?
I bet I see him and I'm like, oh shit.
No one knows what he's talking about,
Oh,
though.
my.
Martin has sex with that woman, and she
Yay!
starts crying because I
Yeah.
imagine it was the worst sex she's ever had.
I cheated on my husband for this?
Yeah. Oh, no. Little Martin.
Well, yeah, he couldn't get up. She wasn't passed out. Oh, yeah, okay.
John Fetterman,
Oh, he's like a priest or a preacher guy, too, isn't he?
mayor of Braddock.
Yeah, but isn't he also a church guy?
I don't think so. He's lieutenant governor now.
You
wouldn't
sure?
like him.
Why?
Lieutenant governor now.
Why wouldn't I like him? I hate Bill Peduto.
Well, that's probably why you'd hate John Fetterman.
No, I don't hate. Look, I don't hate every Democrat. I have reasons for hating some of them.
What'd you say about vaccinations?
I like
You don't like that.
vaccinations.
You know, it's a bunch of shit. Your face!
You
No,
say-
your face is a bunch of shit.
Cite your
Wait.
sources.
Wait, who's on the side of vaccination? Republicans?
I think just crazy people. What, they want to vaccinate?
They
Yeah.
tried to make it politicized, but all
They-
that ended up happening was it was crazies versus logical people.
Yeah.
That was it.
I feel like the right tries to make it like the left is against vaccinations when it's more probably...
Actually, no, it is the left that's against them.
Okay.
It is the left.
Yes, I
Yeah.
am for vaccinations, to be honest.
Like,
with
So
yeah,
you.
am
vaccinate
I.
your fucking kids.
Yeah. We vaccinate our kids. I get vaccinated every year because I had cancer.
It's
So
crazy.
I don't get the flu shot, but
I get
I
the
mean-
flu shot even.
I don't. I'm
But
gonna
you get-
give you crazy conspiracy theories.
Yeah, you get more of the crazy people going, I'm not letting the government inject me with...
no,
You'll be
yeah.
able to follow me.
I got the free one at
Oh
free
man,
one
they
at
can follow
work.
me as long as they inject me with something
I
good.
got the free one at work, and then I caught the flu for the only time in
Oh,
my
stop it.
entire
You're one of
life.
those people.
I'm not saying it caused it. I'm saying that maybe it was just
Did
the
you say
wrong.
it caused it? The clown.
Yeah, I'm not saying that Pennywise came here and caused me to have the
he
flu,
may have
but
though.
he might have.
I'm not saying he didn't.
Okay,
Alright.
so he calls the radio
Yeah,
station
let's finish this
again,
up.
and he says, "I had an affair, and basically, I'm not gonna go after any other woman now."
What's he gonna do then?
I don't know.
Sit in his
He says
house.
He's gonna walk around Braddock.
He said he's getting shady though,
This
Yeah.
is he hasn't had blood.
but he goes after he goes after a homeless person now. Or no, what is he? This got really weird here. Like, there's breaking into a department store.
Savini mechanic needs to leave town.
Yeah, he wants to marry Christina, and he tells Kuda that, but what we didn't mention was that he's a piece of shit towards Christina, apparently. But
I bet he's
she's-
beat her once.
Probably, but
Probably
she
twice.
tells Martin, because Martin's like, I don't like him because he's mean to you or something like that. And she
Somebody gets
says,
smacked.
I'm gonna leave with him. I'm not gonna stay with him, but I want to get out of here, and he's my way out of here. So.
Arthur? Is that his name?
Yes.
Okay, she's leaving with Arthur and Martin doing nothing again. Bryce sitting in his room. I want to hear what's so good about this movie.
Are we at the end?
No.
We're getting close. But I mean,
I
like,
think doesn't
everything...
Kuda tell Arthur that like insanity runs in the family, so don't have kids with my cousin or something like that? It's
So it's
brutal.
not
a
even
little-
his daughter?
No, it is his daughter.
Oh, is that his daughter?
I don't know. I thought it was.
What the fuck?
Maybe it's just another family member living with him.
This is...
It gets a little off
Fuck
the
you,
rails.
George Romero.
He slaps her around too. The
I have
cousin
like that.
slaps him around.
the
slaps
five
him
finger say to the face.
around. Oh yeah.
He wails her.
Why do we have this cops chase scene happening in this movie? Does it happen?
Wait, are we there yet? No, not yet.
Oh, we're not
because
there yet?
Martin sneaks away and he gets with that woman and she's like,
That's right.
I want to be with you. And he's like, he doesn't want to bite her.
He's like,
Would that change her? We don't know. There's no rule. We don't know the rules in this vampire world.
maybe he can't change her, and he doesn't have the heart to tell her. Those are old rules. Not how it works.
Maybe. I don't know. But she doesn't. He talks to himself
I think talks. I love it.
about biting her or something. Or he's watching people and talking.
At what point does he attack the two people in the building?
Is that where he kills the homeless guy?
Yeah, with a
Yeah,
pipe.
yeah. That got like a.
Biker?
Is he like gonna go?
Biker pick on Martin.
Is he
He's
gonna go?
shaky,
Like, oh yeah, there's that biker chase scene.
and he calls the DJ again.
This scene.
Martin
doesn't-
clubs down a bum and starts drinking the bum. Yeah, there's like some weird... When he starts getting shaky,
Yeah.
he beats up that bum, and he changes clothes, and then there's flashback after flashback
Yeah.
while he's killing the bum.
The cops show up, so he runs down like all these back alleys and shit.
And
And
there's a
it
shootout.
just doesn't.
This is where it becomes Dawn of the Dead. There's
Yeah.
like bullet holes just like showing up in cops' hands. Like,
Wait till you watch the crazies.
oh man.
After this shootout, that woman that he had sex with is dead in the bathtub.
She killed herself.
Yeah.
She cut her wrist.
Because Martin wouldn't turn her into a vampire.
Um,
And her husband was sleeping with everybody.
do we actually see him doing that, or is she just?
She
thinks that?
says that.
Yeah.
He goes out all the time and he does whatever. But she's also sleeping around, right?
He,
I think that's her way of getting back at him, but it doesn't work for her.
I mean, he
because
seemed like a
Martin
prick. She,
stops
she
him.
had to
Okay.
write down mileage on the vehicle. She had a little book that she kept.
She had,
in the glove
yeah, she had to
compartment.
keep track of the
I-
gas mileage.
Yeah, well, this is the 70s, so it was like the gas crisis.
I gotta say, this movie is fucking depressing.
Yeah, was there
All
ever...
around, it's depressing.
I was trying to explain that too. There's no... You never get up
Like
in
Dawn
this
of the Dead.
movie,
You don't
so
feel good
your
for
emotions don't move from the state of depression in this movie. It doesn't make you feel much of anything but doom. Where you gotta have a little funny at the beginning, I think, to get you up before it just drops you down into the cellar.
I feel like I should like this because this is insanely nihilistic, but I don't know that I do as much as I should. Shouldn't spoil my review though.
Don't
Because-
spoil it, John.
He goes back into the or he calls back into the radio station after this.
Oh yeah, he says I didn't kill that woman.
Two guys pooping.
What?
There's a bathroom scene here.
Yeah,
there's
there's
two guys
another
pooping.
one, yep.
There's no doors, no shirt, no shit.
This town sucks. Braddock sucks. Just
We watch a chicken get beheaded, literally, here.
Oh man, yeah. I have had like we're watching chickens get butchered.
Oh.
No, then he goes and sees the older lady that he was sleeping with and killed herself, or at least I have. Or did Martin kill her? I said, did Martin kill her?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No,
I
we're-
think she took her own life.
Yeah, Martin's now in a band marching down the street.
He's he's in a parade like Bernie in the Congo line.
We get a Bernie's too. Highly underrated.
Fact.
Okay, so Coot is pretty convinced that Martin killed Abby, which is against the rules of what
He told him, yeah,
and
don't kill him in
anybody in the
town.
city. So Coot is like, I'm gonna fucking kill this guy.
And he stakes his cousin.
Yeah.
Did you get a maniac vibe at the end of that? Like that scene, that death scene, like when what's his face wakes up after he's dead in Maniac. The very end scene, he wakes up and he's surrounded by like all the dummy heads or something.
Dumb ending.
That's what I got for this.
Was this one
that
much
ending.
better?
But then, what do I have here? Martin's cousin stakes him through the heart to the tune of "Ode to Joy."
Yeah.
Did you get that? Was the "Ode to Joy" theme?
Ode on a Grecian urn.
Excuse me. Was that English? What'd you say?
Ode on a Grecian urn. I think it's Keats. I don't know.
Okay.
It's a good poem.
Cobra's quoting Keats. Holy crap. John Maynard Keynes? No. Is that his
John
name?
Keats. Yeah, John
John
something
Keats.
Keats. I don't know what his middle name is. Longfellow.
I got Longfellow.
Okay, so this movie's pretty much over. He buries him in the backyard, and then we get to the credits, and there's a bunch of people being like, "Where's the vampire at that was running around town? We haven't heard from him."
Which is so weird.
Yeah. That's just it. The movie just ends.
Yeah.
So, all right. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
This movie's a 3.5. I would never watch this again. The filler scenes of nature were not as good as like Last House on the Left. It wasn't. I just didn't get it. I didn't like this take on vampires. He could walk out, do whatever he wants. He did drink blood for the most part. He had to, or he got to shake, so he's like an addict. Just not. It wasn't my cup of tea this week. And
Or any of the 3 weeks before this that I picked a movie.
yeah, your picks have been, but at least
I saved
the other ones like weren't awful. This
Yeah.
one was.
I enjoyed this one more than the other ones that he's.
The Exorcist 3 was better than this for sure. This was just bad. There was no point did it ever bring you up to be like, oh, this is fun, or this is entertaining, or this is. I'm not enjoying this at all. I'm just depressed watching this, and I'm getting more depressed as it goes on because it's bad and slow, and I don't know what it is. All right, that's all I have to say.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Ben, do you want to go?
Yeah, I mean, you gave it a 3.5. I don't know what the hell. I'm not giving this a 10 or something. I'm not Cemetery Man in this.
No, this is not the hill to die on.
I mean,
I might Cemetery Man the thing when we do it, just so I can get one in there.
I mean, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. It's not my favorite Romero film. It left me thinking a little bit afterwards. I enjoyed the different take on the vampire genre. Maybe I'll pick Near Dark, and maybe I'll Cemetery Man.
I challenge you to do that.
The acting was really bad, even for a Romero film. I thought the home invasion scene was the best scene. It was actually quite intense. I do agree with you. There's like these cobra, like these weird, impossible doors. It just, I don't know if that was a real house or was that a set right there.
I hope it wasn't a set, because that was. If I looked at that, I'd be like, redo this. Fucking redo this.
I like that it kind of did leave you questioning: was Martin a vampire or wasn't he? Like, is he just mental issues or? And Romero made emo cool before emo was cool.
I don't know if he did.
No, he didn't.
And I don't think emo was ever cool.
Yeah, not my favorite Romero film, but I don't know. I'd probably watch it again.
Okay, so I was on the fence about. The thing is, we took so long to get to this that the longer I stewed on it, the more I didn't like it. When I think of Romero films, they all have something fun about them, except actually Night of the Living Dead doesn't have a lot of fun, but
Did the Crazies have anything fun about it?
no. And then I start thinking, wait, Romero seems to do a lot of the same thing over and over, and this movie wasn't fun at all. And this questioning if Martin was a vampire or not, it doesn't matter if he was or wasn't, because people were dying. So, and he's not a sympathetic character. So, some vampires will change people or turn people after drinking their blood. Not a lot of them just eviscerate people or kill them or leave them dead. Martin is killing people.
And naked spooning them first.
Yeah, and then
that naked
then
scene we were talking about.
So, I don't feel bad for Martin. I feel bad for a lot of the characters in this because everyone is fucking depressed. Everyone.
It's a depressing time, John.
Yeah, it's just everything is sad, and
Yeah, but so was like They Live. They had a depressing
But it
camp
was
where people
fun.
were living, but there was so fun stuff going on in it.
Day of the Dead is depressing,
totally
but
different
it's
movies.
fucking
It is two
fun.
totally different movies, but you gotta have a little bit of laughter or fun. I feel like
I thought that had like
in a horror movie.
7.5-minute wrestling match in a back alley.
Because again, your emotions can you want to feel something, and this when you're already down here and it doesn't move, you
I
don't
wouldn't
feel
recommend
anything.
this movie to anybody who's having a tough time in their lives. Holy shit!
They call it quits, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
I wanted to be a vampire too, and nobody bit me. Ugh.
the home invasion scene alone is excellent. It is very well done. I agree with you about the doors, but it's still excellent. It's tense. Martin is on he's done this before. He looks like he knows exactly what he's doing.
Does he?
This scene was the best scene in the movie, easily.
I think the first.
The first scene is
train-
actually the rest of the movie can't live up to that.
No, I think that was what also helped.
It started
ruin
on
it.
a high and just immediately went down.
And I watched let the right one in a
Oh,
week
no.
before I watched
That's gonna
Martin,
ruin it for
and
you.
that was a much better vampire
Yeah.
movie,
Yeah.
which probably helped weigh into the 3.5.
So the question that I had, because I was so confused about this, was would I watch it again? And I don't think I would.
No.
So I'm gonna give it a 4.
And I watched Fright Night last night too, and Fright Night's so much better, and Lost Boys is better, and Near Dark is probably even better. Than
You
this.
are right. This is a different take. When he's naming off all these vampire movies, they're
Yeah.
nothing like this.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
But that's not necessarily a good thing. So, of the 5 movies I picked, this is my least favorite, easily. So, if you want to get a hold of
What'd
us,
you give it?
I give it a 4.
A 4.
Yeah. If you want to get a hold of us, facebook.com/horrorcasting,
4 or 5.
horrorcastings@gmail.com. We're on Twitter @horrorcasting, and we're on iTunes, Podbean, and YouTube.
Thrill me!